Words have power. They are not just mere sounds or symbols. They carry weight and meaning. They can shape our reality and influence our emotions. They can build us up, giving us the strength to overcome obstacles and achieve our dreams. Words of encouragement can inspire us to reach new heights. They can also tear us down, leaving us feeling broken and defeated. Harsh words can wound us deeply, sometimes leaving scars that last a lifetime. The Buddha taught that our words are like a sharp knife. They can cut through ignorance and bring clarity, but they can also cause great harm if used carelessly. They can cause great harm if we are not careful. Just as a knife must be handled with care, so too must our words be chosen with mindfulness and compassion. We should always speak kindly and wisely. Our words have the power to heal and to bring joy. They can bridge gaps and build connections. We should be mindful of the impact of our words. Silence is also powerful. In moments of silence, we can find clarity and peace. It can be a source of great strength and peace. Silence allows us to reflect and to listen to the world around us. When we are silent, we can listen to our own thoughts and feelings. We can understand ourselves better and find inner harmony. We can connect with our inner selves. This connection can guide us in making wise decisions and living a fulfilling life. This can help us to find true happiness and peace. In silence, we can discover the beauty of the present moment. In a world full of noise and distractions, silence is a precious gift. It is a sanctuary where we can recharge and find balance. It is a gift we can give to ourselves. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and gratitude. It is a gift that can transform our lives. Silence can lead us to a place of inner peace and contentment. This essay will explore the power of silence and how it can help us to find inner peace and harmony. Through silence, we can unlock the true potential of our minds and hearts. Once upon a time, there was a king who was always restless. Despite his grand palace, his fine robes, and the adoration of his subjects, he could never find peace within himself. He had everything he could ever want, but he was not happy. His days were filled with luxury, yet his heart was heavy with an unexplainable sorrow. He was always worried and stressed. The weight of his crown seemed to press down on him more with each passing day, and the beauty of his surroundings only served to remind him of his inner turmoil. He talked and talked, but he never felt heard. His advisors offered solutions, but none could ease his troubled mind. He felt isolated, even in the midst of his court. He searched everywhere for peace, but he could not find it. He wandered through his vast kingdom, hoping that the beauty of nature might soothe his restless spirit. One day the king heard about a wise monk who lived in the mountains. The monk was said to possess the secret to true happiness and inner peace. People said the monk knew the secret to happiness. Many had sought his counsel and returned with a newfound sense of tranquility. The king decided to visit the monk and ask for his help. He embarked on a long journey, leaving behind the comforts of his palace. The king traveled for many days to reach the monk's temple. The path was arduous, but he was determined to find the peace that had eluded him for so long. He bowed before the monk and told him about his troubles. The monk listened intently, his serene presence a stark contrast to the king's agitation. "Wise monk," he said, "I have everything I could ever want, but I'm not happy. My heart is always restless, and my mind is never at ease. I'm always restless and worried. No matter what I do, I cannot find the peace I so desperately seek. Can you help me find peace?" The king's voice was filled with a mixture of hope and desperation. The monk listened patiently to the king. His calm demeanor seemed to radiate a sense of peace that the king had never known. When he was finished, the monk smiled and said, "I can help you, but you must be willing to follow my instructions." The king nodded eagerly, ready to do whatever it took to find the peace he so desperately needed. The monk told the king he must stay at the temple for 15 days. During that time, he was not allowed to speak. He could only communicate with gestures. He would spend his days meditating, walking in the forest and doing simple chores. The king was surprised. He'd never been silent for so long. He was used to talking all the time. But he was desperate for peace, so he agreed to try. At first, the king found it very difficult to be silent. His mind was racing with thoughts. He felt restless and impatient, but as the days passed, something began to change. The king started to notice the beauty around him. He saw the sunlight filtering through the trees. He heard the birds singing in the forest. He felt the wind on his skin. He began to feel more calm and peaceful. On the 12th day, the king had a profound experience. As he sat in meditation, his mind finally became still. He felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. He realized that all his life he had been searching for something outside of himself. He had been looking for happiness in possessions, power, and other people. But true happiness, he realized, comes from within. It comes from connecting with our true selves. And the key to connecting with our true selves is silence. When the 15 days were over, the king went to see the monk. He bowed before him and said, "Thank you, wise monk. You have shown me the way to true happiness." The monk smiled. "It was not I who showed you the way," he said. "You found the way yourself through the power of silence." Section 5. The importance of solitude. The monk explained that silence allows us to connect with our true selves. It helps us to quiet the chatter of our minds and listen to our hearts. When we are constantly talking, we are not giving ourselves the space to hear our own inner wisdom. The monk also spoke about the importance of solitude. He said that spending time alone in nature is essential for our well-being. It allows us to connect with the natural world and find peace within ourselves. When we are alone, we can truly be ourselves. We can let go of our masks and pretenses. We can simply be. This is when we can connect with our true nature and find lasting peace. Section 6. Silence and self-awareness. The monk explained that silence is not just about not talking. It is about cultivating inner stillness. It is about becoming aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This kind of awareness is essential for personal growth and transformation. When we are aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can start to make conscious choices about how we want to live our lives. The monk encouraged the king to continue practicing silence and solitude in his daily life. He said that even a few minutes of quiet reflection each day can make a big difference. Section 7. The benefits of meditation. The monk taught the king how to meditate. He explained that meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace and stillness. It is a way to train the mind to become more focused and clear. Meditation can help us to reduce stress and anxiety. It can improve our concentration and focus. It can also help us to develop greater compassion and understanding for ourselves and others. The monk recommended that the king meditate for at least 20 minutes each day. He said that consistency is key. Even if we only have a few minutes to spare, it is better to meditate for a short time than not at all. Section 8. Practical tips for embracing silence. The monk gave the king some practical tips for embracing silence in daily life. Spend time in nature. Nature has a way of calming the mind and soothing the soul. The gentle rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the soft murmur of a stream can all help to create a sense of peace and tranquility. Go for a walk in the park, sit by a lake, or simply step outside and breathe in the fresh air. Practice mindfulness. As you walk, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds around you. Let go of any thoughts or worries and just be present in the moment. Pay attention to your breath, your body, and your senses. Notice how your body feels with each inhale and exhale. Feel the air filling your lungs and the tension leaving your body as you exhale. This simple practice can help to ground you and bring you back to the present moment. Notice the sights, sounds, smells, and sensations around you. Create a quiet space. Find a place in your home where you can go to relax and be alone with your thoughts. This could be a cozy corner with a comfortable chair, a spot in your garden, or even a quiet room where you can close the door and shut out the world for a while. Find a place in your home where you can go to relax and be alone with your thoughts. Limit distractions. Turn off your phone, computer, and other devices. Give yourself the gift of uninterrupted silence. Start small. You don't have to become a monk to experience the benefits of silence. Turn off your phone, computer, and other devices. Give yourself the gift of uninterrupted silence. Start small. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day can make a difference. You don't have to become a monk to experience the benefits of silence. Give yourself the gift of uninterrupted silence. Start small. You don't have to become a monk to experience the benefits of silence. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day can make a difference. The monk reminded the king that silence is not about being perfect. You don't have to become a monk to experience the benefits of silence. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day can make a difference. The monk reminded the king that silence is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day can make a difference. The monk reminded the king that silence is not about being perfect, it is about being present. It is about being kind to ourselves and giving ourselves the space to simply be. The monk reminded the king that silence is not about being perfect, it is about being present. It is about being kind to ourselves and giving ourselves the space to simply be. It is about being present. It is about being kind to ourselves and giving ourselves the space to simply be. It is about being kind to ourselves and giving ourselves the space to simply be. Embracing silence can be a powerful tool for finding inner peace and clarity in our busy lives. Section 9. Conclusion: a journey of transformation. The king returned to his palace a changed man. He had found the peace he had been searching for, and it was all thanks to the power of silence. He began to incorporate silence and solitude into his daily life. He made time for meditation and reflection. He also started spending more time in nature. The king's transformation inspired his entire kingdom. People began to see the value of silence and solitude. They started to slow down, listen more, and appreciate the simple things in life. The kingdom became a more peaceful and harmonious place. The journey to inner peace is not always easy, but it is a journey worth taking. By embracing the power of silence, we can all find the peace, happiness, and fulfillment we seek.